week of the season?
Yeah, a triple option, get the cleats out, run some drills. I don't know if I'll be as fast as their quarterbacks or anybody on their team, but yeah, we got a lot of work to do with the triple option to get ready to prepare.
It seems like, and obviously everyone just remembers maybe the struggles, but the last couple of years you guys have been pretty good defending it. What have you seen from your own team, the ability to adapt and go against an offense like that? Since you guys have done a pretty good job.
Well, I think just trying to, it takes a tremendous amount of discipline and toughness to have a shot to compete with these guys in the triple option and the way they run it. Obviously, they're a program that has a tremendous amount of discipline and toughness, and therefore it takes a lot out of our guys and confidence, with what their alignments are and what their fits are, and really a ton of consistency over the course of the game. And that's, like I said, we can't get enough reps in practice. All hands on board. We'll be giving as many looks we can at pitch technique and everything else.
Who else has been playing option quarterback other than you then?
Oh, there's going to be a fair amount of guys doing it. We're going to lace up as many people as we can, try to get as many reps to prepare for them, because obviously the quarterback had a good week last week too, and not only executing the triple option, but the pass game that comes off of it. He did a really good job in the passing game.
So it seems like it makes him kind of unique. Some of the guys is that he can kind of sling it. I think that's the reason why he's obviously won the job.
Yeah, and he can throw it. He can throw it, and he's got some wide receivers that he has got pretty good timing with and stuff, and they can run. The wide receivers can run, and so obviously you're sitting there and you're getting ready to defend the triple option. Next thing you know, you got some play action passes running up on you. You've got to have a tremendous amount of discipline with your eyes and be able to handle that, and you got a quarterback who can put it, on the spot where it needs to be.
So it's a quadruple option now.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Obviously, they came in here and got you on the blue a couple years ago, and you guys have struggled over there a little bit. I mean, what is it just, I don't know if rivalry is the right word, but just when you play them and the fact that they've gotten you guys a couple times, never won over there, I don't think, ever as a program. What is it just about going over there and the challenge and knowing that, I don't know if revenge is the right word, but just going over there with something to prove?
Well, you know what, I mean, they're a program, once again, that has a tremendous amount of discipline and toughness, and they play with the mentality, and it doesn't matter, I mean, what time of the year, where we play, here, there, wherever. I mean, it's a tough game just because of, what they bring as a program, and it's going to take a really, really good week of practice out of our guys to have a shot to compete.
Is there anything to it, the fact that you've never won there before, trying to go over there and win for the first time? Is that any extra motivation?
I mean, just trying to prepare each and every day to play your best is really what we focus on.
I know I asked you a couple weeks ago about the linebackers. How do you think maybe, I don't know if they've improved in the last couple weeks, or where do you see them at? It's probably tough for you guys because you have a Leighton Vander Esch, so I think most people see, there isn't a guy with 1 million tackles and 1 million picks or whatever. And so maybe think that, the production's not there. But how would you assess that group, and what have you seen from those guys? Obviously, this is an important game for them against Air Force.
Yeah, no question. We talked about it on Sunday, and with those guys in that room, and very excited about where we're going and development we've made over the course of the season thus far. Now we got a lot of room to continue to develop, but we're on the right path right now. Some guys are playing with some confidence, and they're getting to their fits, and we can continue to work on our finishes, and it's going to make us more productive. But Tyson's put together a few pretty good games here back-to-back, the last 3 weeks in a row. And, if we can continue to build off of that, and, Riley's coming on and made some nice plays last week, and there's plenty of areas, too, where he feels like he can improve. So, and some of the younger guys, too, that are getting a ton of reps that maybe go unnoticed right now, but just much like Leighton and Tyson did in the later half of, their sophomore, freshman year, those guys really came on, and ultimately it's a developmental game, and that's what we're hoping to get, especially out of some of the younger guys.
How's he coming along?
He is, and it's very similar to Tyson and Leighton when they were younger, right? I mean, everybody remembers what Leighton did last year. Obviously, it's a pretty impressive year, but the previous years before that, I mean, he was developing and growing, and then obviously took off, and not to put anybody in those shoes or anything like that, but we've got some young players that are doing some things behind the scene right now that is impressive and very encouraging.
With Curtis Weaver, he obviously set the bar pretty high for himself last season, and his sack total has been pretty comparable to what it was last year at this point. What's impressed you about him and his ability to be able to still be productive despite the fact that other teams are going to probably be very aware of what he's doing? Yeah,
no question. I mean, Curtis has a tremendous amount of pass rush ability. He's got a unique knack to be able to bend the edge so hopefully he can continue to be productive. It was huge for us last week. I mean, we talked about being able to pressure and confuse the quarterback, and he did a great job winning some one-on-ones on the edge last week. And we need Curtis to be able to continue to do that. It helps coverage. Obviously, the coverage doing a good job helps him get there. So, we need to hopefully be able to continue on with that.
How much is he becoming a player that his presence on the field kind of dictates what they do or how they approach things?
You know what? I don't know. I can't really say that I pay attention to that so much as us trying to get him in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to find as many ways to get certain guys on the field as much as possible. But he has been pretty productive, lately. So, I would guess that people are aware of where he's lining up and what he's doing.
I wanted to ask you about Izzy Matthews had a long run.
Yeah.
That's not good for you guys, but I think we saw the clip of Durant Miles kind of running all the way down the field, making that
impressive. Impressive.
I mean, I would assume that's probably one you probably showed the guys a couple times.
Yeah. I mean, that's one we definitely talked about. I mean, and that's what we've gotten out of Durant, right, all year. And that's what Durant's been for us. And if Durant can continue to do that, he's going to look back at this season and be very proud of what he's done. And we are extremely proud of, what he does behind the scenes. I mean, what you see out of him in that play, that's how he is all the time in terms of prep, good teammate and all that. So it was impressive. We said we don't want those plays to happen, right? But if they do, we need to get them on the ground and give ourselves another chance, and obviously Durant did that.
When Garrett Cullingham was playing defense, were you easy to give him up to tight end, or did you want to hang on to him? And now that seeing what he's doing at tight end, what's it been like to see a guy like that's been moving around?
Oh yeah, so G5 started off at wide receiver, and a few camps ago was like, shoot, let's see if he can play on the edge and be an edge guy and be a pass rusher, because he can go straight ahead pretty quickly and stuff. So ultimately for G5, it was about where the team needed him, and we needed tight ends. We had very few tight end bodies going in, and it was a great opportunity for him, and be able to take some of the things he learned on defense and go over there and put it to use. And so fired up for him. I saw the catch he made in between doing my work while we were off the field, but that was pretty sweet. It was an impressive catch he made last week. It's pretty cool.
We asked you about Curtis, but his personality, it's I guess, let's say legendary. See, you had that reaction. What is it about his personality, or what is it about that you guys like that makes him unique, but he can still fit in here?
He is very unique. You know what? Curtis is very fun-loving. He's got a big heart, and he likes to have fun. Him and a few of the other guys we got some characters, so they bring a unique perspective each and every day to, some days you never know what you're going to get out of them, in terms of just their jokes and all the other fun stuff on the side. I'll just leave it at that.
Does the team need a guy like that sometimes?
I mean, every team does. Every team has its different personalities and, guys that approach things different ways. So every team needs that, without a doubt.
It's funny, we were talking with Louie 2 weeks ago about, it was after the San Diego State game, but you kind of even saw like a little bit of a different Curtis in terms of maybe a more serious one at times in his leadership skills. So is he do you see him evolving in any way like that or anything?
Who's
Louie said that about Curtis, like at the time or in that San Diego State game, that he was kind of stepping up as a vocal leader in other ways too.
Yeah, no, definitely, and I think Curtis has grown a ton since he's been here, and that's one of the biggest things that we try to do with all our guys is get them developed not only as football players but as people, and hopefully that in turn they develop into leaders and however it works out best for them and their personalities. You know, we're never trying to force leadership in certain ways on the guys. It's about how they do it best. You know, you got guys that lead by example better, or guys that are vocal, you know, or guys that, you know, just choose to provide leadership by how much effort, you know, and how they do things, how they prepare and all that. So I think Curtis is developing and coming along in that way.
I know turnovers are big regardless of where you get them, but this is the second game in a row where you guys have gotten a turnover.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you had 2 against Nevada for that matter, but second game in a row you've had 2 inside the 5. How big are those?
No doubt, and no doubt, there's no question, and the guys have done, you know, a tremendous job of, you know, staying in the fight when we get down there, and just in terms of continuing to, and especially on some of those longer drives, you know, is where the guys have been able to stay focused and execute, you know, after being out on the field for a few plays. So it's obviously helped us a ton. We're always talking about, you know, 3 or nothing down there in the red zone, and they've been able to get that done. And I should say we've been able to do it better than we have in the past. So it's improvement.
Well, when you asked about, when we were talking about Curtis, Carson said the thing that maybe impressed him this year the most is about the way that he's matured, and he still has that attitude like you're talking about, but he said there's more maturity. How would you kind of describe that? How have you noticed that? And you know, he's obviously still
Well, I think his role, I mean, it all comes down to his role. I mean, he plays a couple different pieces in the defense and stuff, and so his ability to be able to be focused and prepare himself so that he can handle those roles with more consistency has been the big part for him. And that way we can continue to build and grow, and so that's been a big part for him, is just being able to really hone in and learn how to do a better job of preparing so that he can go out on the field and cut it loose and use his ability.